I love HOBY. I love these events. I love being inspired, hearing people's life stories and the challenges they've had, and the courage in which Seema faced, which she faced in leaving Iran, that the ambassador has faced, that our alumni have faced. It's just very moving. So anyways, now I have one more somewhat difficult job, and that's introducing a new friend. Robert Coury, I can tell you, read you his bio. You can go online. You can see he was an entrepreneur very early, started businesses in the early 80s, quite successful in that. Somehow got roped into Mylan, I think about 2002, served on their board, has served as a CEO and chair for quite some time, led Mylan through a period of rapid growth and transition, making over, I think it was about $25 billion worth of deals and acquisitions, and spearheading the growth of Mylan from a generics pharmaceutical firm into one of the largest, most successful pharmaceutical firms in the world, not just in the country. So I could tell you all that, but I'll tell you this little personal experience I had with Robert and his large family. So a couple weeks ago, I got a call from Christine, who says, Robert Coury would like to meet you. I was like, oh, okay. I would love to meet Robert Coury. I would love to talk about HOBY. And we arranged a dinner, and I went to the dinner, and I was waiting there, and I was thinking about this man and all that he's accomplished, and what I was going to say, and how I was going to, hopefully inspire him to be a part of what it is that we're doing, but also, frankly, what I could maybe perhaps learn from him. And it got a little late, and he came in, and I thought it was going to be he and I. And he came over. I had met him once before, and he came over, and he gave me this big hug as if we were long-lost friends and hadn't seen each other in a really long time. And that just, any nervousness I had, well, I shouldn't say any, some of the nervousness I had kind of just went away, and was like, okay, this is a genuine man who has a big heart and who obviously cares. And we sat down, and we were joined by some of his sons, some of whom were here, I think by 3 or 4 of your sons, by a nephew, by his brother Jeff. He invited the wait staff over, he said everybody should come and hear about HOBY. And the first thing he asked me, and Virginia will appreciate this, the first thing he asked me about was about Hugh. And who was this man, Hugh O'Brien? And what inspired him to create such an amazing organization? And he had done some of his homework in terms of learning about Hugh and HOBY. And we spent the next 2-3 hours, me talking about HOBY, Robert holding court, right? He was there. I learned a lot just from that time. I could see him as his role as mentor with his sons and everyone around, where he would turn to them sometimes and say, listen, this is you can learn good stuff here. Or he would turn to me and would say, listen to what my son is saying right here. He's got a really important point. And I saw in that one dinner what some of you may have experienced over the years, which is this is a man with a big heart. This is a man who really cares about people. This is a man who's a teacher, who's a mentor, but who's also a perpetual student who asked really great questions. And importantly for us, this is a man who said, when I get involved, I'm all in. And I have learned to love what it is that you and HOBY are doing, and I am all in, and what can I do to help? So really, Robert, I really want to thank you so much for all you've done, and please come up here.